The man arrested in connection with the torching of a police vehicle outside a Free State court last week will remain behind bars. This followed the appearance of two men accused of killing 21-year-old farm manager Brendan Horner. Police Minister Bheki Cele and State Security Minister Ayanda Dlodlo are in the province today. They're meeting with the family and community members. Govan Whittles following that story for us. He joins us live. So Govan, first let's talk about the meeting between the ministers and the family as well as the community there.
Yeah, it's been quite a tense meeting, but a lot of positive things said by the police minister here, Shahan, in Senekel, where we are at the moment. And he's just wrapped up a meeting with a body that represents most of the farmers in the district, which includes Paul Roux, Bethlehem, and of course Senekel. And the minister's visit to this area is multi-pronged. He obviously came here to quell tensions ahead of the reappearance of the two people who've been arrested in connection with Brendan Horner's murder. But he's also come to speak to the farmers about their issues with the police. If you would recall, one of the main reasons why the farmers took the protest to the magistrate's court and targeted the police, Nyala and the police van, was over their unhappiness with how the police had dealt with a number of cases, not only involving farm murders, but also stock theft, which is a huge issue here in Senekel and the Free State at large. And I have one farmer with me, Jess de Klerk. He's a representative of some of the other farmers in the Senekel, Bethlehem and Paul Roux area. Jess, you've concluded a meeting with the police minister and the state security minister. Are you happy with what they've said?
We are very positive. I think we got more from a minister that we expected to get. I think he showed some true leadership today, and I would commend him for coming here and speaking to us today.
What is the extent of the stock theft problem, which was really highlighted as one of the main reasons why farmers and police don't trust each other in this area?
The big thing is the problem with the stock theft is we've got weekly stock theft cases basically here. And what makes it more difficult is that the police is physically involved with the stock theft. So we're getting no any cooperation with them of tackling the problem. You can go and look at how many stock theft cases there were, and how few arrests, and how few cases, even less, has gone through the court.
That's been highlighted as a big problem, but was it the main reason why police protested and went to the magistrate's court? I mean, farmers protested and went to the magistrate's court, or was there something else motivating that protest?
I think the brutality of the murder, and that it being such a young man with a promising life in front of him, I think that galvanized the whole of South Africa and the world to take notice of the problem that we have on farms. I think that the reason we had the problem was the stock theft, but his death and the brutality of it was the main focus and why people from all over the country came to Senekel.
At this point, to combat farm murders, are the farmers in Senekel, Bethlehem and Paul Roux reliant on the police, or do you think you have the capacity to defend yourselves as farmers?
We always have to look after ourselves. The police are too far away from us to come to our assistance. But saying that, we've got our rural safety plans in place, and we can only make it work if all the role players play an active role in it. So the police does have a role in it to play with it, and even while we've got a few bad cops, there's still a lot of good cops out there that we still daily work with and have contact with.
Finally, the EFF is threatened to come to court on Friday. The farmers here haven't made it known what they intend to do. Do you know what will happen?
There's probably a lot of people that's going to come. It's got a life of its own again. From Senegal, I want to please ask everybody, don't come to Senegal. The police got everything under control. We don't need people there. Let Julius do what he wants to do and show the world really the racist policies that he comes across for. And let's keep everybody safe on Friday. There's really no need for violence. I've never solved anything. And as the local farmers, we are not planning anything to attend anything or do anything. I'm probably going to be on holiday anyway.
Okay, thank you so much. That's Jess de Klerk. He's a farmer in this area. I'd like to bring in now Dr. Pieter Groenewald. He's the leader of the Freedom Front Plus and also represents a significant constituency in the Free State, specifically in Senekel, Bethlehem and Paul. Dr. Groenewald, you were part of this meeting with the farmers and the police minister. What do you think of it?
Well, I think it was a good meeting, and I think the essence of the meeting is in the fact that the minister made a promise to the community saying that he will come back in 21 days and then they will sit around the table and get all the detail, because besides the fact of the criminality, the main issue is that the farmers in this community feels that they lay charges against people, they go to the police and nothing happens because of corruption. And there are people who are highly connected with some people in high positions. I mean, the minister himself has referred to one of the accused who had been arrested 16 times before. He has been convicted about 3 or 4 times. But the fact of the matter is, if he can still get away with that, it is actually proof that he must have certain connections. And that is part of the problem. And I think it's the first time that the minister going to a community making a promise to come back, because the community and other communities in South Africa are sick and tired of promises. You always get the politicians coming to them, making promises and say, yes, we will attend to the matter, but nothing happens after that. And that's why they preserve their final say on the matter. Say, yes, come back in 21 days. I've got the file. I received the file as well. In the file, the names are there. A total organogram is in the files of all the connections of the people involved. And I urge the minister that his people and his officers must intensely investigate that matter, because the community is typical of a farming community. They are actually under threat in a certain sense. They have to ensure their own safety, stock theft and everything, but still they keep their sense of fairness and justice. So they are fair towards the minister and say, yes, we hear what you say, and we will give you the 21 days to come back to us. But what I can say to the minister, don't disappoint the community, because then you will see the other side of the community. Don't make false promises.
And obviously when people saw the visuals of the police nyala being pushed out the yard and the police van being lit on fire, it antagonized a group of South Africans, a section of the population, to the point where the EFF has said that they want to come to the court. What is your message to your constituency?
Well, firstly, I'm already on record where I quite clearly said that I condemn the violence. You cannot fight violence with violence. But the fact of the matter is, I don't even want to speak about the EFF. They are a lot of hypocrites. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, their members on the demand, and I call him the Mickey Mouse Commander-in-Chief, that said attacked the Clicks shops in South Africa. They actually just went on a violent trip and damaged those shops. I didn't hear the minister condemning those actions in the same harsh words as he has condemned what happened in Senegal. So there is, again, double standards. But I want to say again, yes, I condemn the violence, and the law must follow its way. That is how people are seeing it, and I also urge the people, yes, you have a constitutional right to protest, but it must be a peaceful protest. Don't break the law. We have a good case. We have a fair case, and if your case is right, fair and just, then you don't need violence to bring the message to whoever you want to bring it.
Thank you so much. That's Dr. Pieter Groenewald, is the leader of the Freedom Front Plus, Shahan. And obviously these meetings are hugely important, considering the court case that's due on Friday, when the 2 people accused of murdering Brendan Horner will reappear.
All right, Govan Whittles, thanks for the update. Appreciate it.